Carrozza. Today I have a new little prototype. I'm out here at the trail and I've got some prototypes of sock liner. Mold, actual molded sock liner. Just pops it in. Wha? It's nice, huh? First edition on the prototype. All right. Morning done. So what happened this morning was basically my recovery day for the off-season / preseason situation that I'm finding myself in right now, which means in my case a lot of zone 2 volume and some threshold work, but just to kind of open up the pipes every once in a while, but still doing the long rides and long runs. And there you have it, waiting for me. So my recovery day is pretty much just keeping that heart rate down, but keeping it cranking. Cool thing about this period where I'm at right now is I'm just playing. I'm playing around. My goal is to see if I can build an aerobic base. Now, the next race I have on the calendar is Ironman Texas 2024. That's going to be a really fun race, and I want to be ready for it. I want to have a good time doing it. But I also, my goal with this block is to start the training block around October, November, feeling just absolutely fit. Not like race ready, but just fit, feeling good, feeling strong. So I'm in the pool a lot. I'm doing 2-a-days right now at low intensity, building volume very incrementally, having fun with the routine, making sure to not stress the nervous system, keeping the fatigue low, the vibes high, lots of play in the water, lots of play on the run, lots of play on the bike, and enjoying Zwift these days. Dropped my FTP down because I did it in aero, so it's more realistic for the workouts that I'm doing. It's more realistic for my zone 2 workouts. That's about 145 watts right now at 145 BPM heart rate, so it kind of synchronizes in a funny way. And I could just do that kind of all day long. And Wednesday is my, odd enough, it's the recovery day, so I'm not taking a day off right now, but I'm keeping the intensity low. I'm watching my fatigue levels, and on Wednesday it's just a nice casual community run, a nice little lift in for the legs, and the rest of the day is just chilling. Nice meal tonight, hanging out, and back at the 2-a-days morning and afternoons tomorrow into the weekend for the long activities. Make a smoothie. I'm gonna go over to my buddy Paul's house. We're gonna talk about, I'm gonna go look at his embroidery machine, have some fun, talk about giving his team some shoes because we had some extra pairs, and see if we can outfit some of his training group with some shoes here in town. So. Yes! That's cool. Yes. It's a beautiful logo. I'm gonna rock the Born to Run namesake. My cotton training. Probably. We're here at Barton Springs. Today we have I'll leave it up to the group, either 5 miles or 7 miles for the run, and then a dip in Barton Springs. I brought my swimming goggles because I'm gonna try and do some open water practice. Friday, made it through another week. What?
Good pace.
How was it, guys?
Great.
Not easy this morning. Friend Allie ran with us, and I think we went a little hot. Not too hot, just not easy. And it's hot. A lot of things going on. So I mentioned the other day that I had some sock liner tests. Where is it? Come on. There we go. This is an original die-cut eTPU sock liner. The material usually has some adhesive on it. We try and keep it tacked down, and it's worked awesome. Very economical solution to cost-effective, high-quality performance footwear design. That being said, I wanted to show y'all what I've been working on, which is right here. And this is take some technical drawings, and you go through the drawings and kind of think it up. But the whole idea was to achieve one thing, and that was quality. What does quality mean in this case? Well, specifically, it means keeping the sock liner down in the shoe and fitting and feeling good, and providing the performance benefits that I love in eTPU. Okay. So I went and ran the other day, and I've got many samples that I've been working with, and some are perforated, some are unperforated, but they all are using the mold that we created to achieve this sock liner. You know, not too much rise in the arch, just very standard. The notable feature is here in the heel, that cup. So when you slide it down into the shoe, it locks in. But I went running the other day, sockless, in these shoes, and absolutely wore myself into a blister. This is the pair I wore the other day, and it's got a top layer of a fabric right here, and it's got adhesive, and it's two pieces. So you got this bottom eTPU, and then the top is this fabric that they adhere to the bottom. One of the best things about Atreyu that I love is that people give me a little grace when I'm talking about what I'm doing, because this is probably a design faux pas, a rookie mistake, who would perforate the outsole like this? Because why? Well, I didn't know why until I tried it, and it gave me little blisters on each of these spots. And I'm glad I tested it sockless, because I doubt that wearing it with socks would pose too much of an abrasion. Now, I actually think there probably is some, and but you live and learn, and that's the whole point of it. You learn from your mistakes. You don't make them twice. It's a beautiful process. That's what Atreyu is, and that's what I've done since the beginning, and that's all a part of the magic, I think. It's all a part of the magic in training. Nobody's perfect. And yeah, so there it is. There's my lesson in sock liner design. Don't perforate the damn thing without, you know, adding maybe a top layer to it. So here's the idea. Typically when you ask the factory over in Asia to do a revision like this, it could take them a month, and then you have to wait for shipping, and then you have to provide the drawings, and there's some back and forth. But the cool thing is, I ordered a $9 piece from Amazon, hole punches in different millimeter, you know, perforations, so I could put perforations myself. So I'm gonna find my hammer. I think the truck is just like, says it's like 2 stops away. I'm really pumped about that. And I'm gonna perforate. Yeah, it's like adding fuel to the fire. It's like the perforations are a problem. My first thought is, let's make a shit ton more of them and then put a top layer on top of it. So the whole idea today, I'm gonna perforate this. I'm gonna see how much weight we can cut, because I love weight savings. And then I'm gonna find a nice piece of fabric, and I'm gonna use my trusty Renya Col de Cologne. I'm gonna use Renya Col de Cologne. I think I said that correctly. Col de Cologne. Col de Cologne. Col de Cologne? Col de Cologne. Renya Col de Cologne. That's right. Killer product. So with this one, this type of cement, you have to, if you're binding 2 surfaces, like a fabric and the eTPU, you have to basically put it on first, let it cure for a period of like 5 to 15 minutes. And once it's cured, you bang it together. That's what's up. So we're gonna perforate this shit. We're gonna add a top layer to it. We're gonna save a month in the process. We're just gonna go straight to the finish, see what we can do. Hey, thank you so much. Have a good day. See if this works. They're not very sharp. I got my wife's hammer. I don't think I lost mine. Oh my God. It's perfect. So now you let the two sides cure for about 5 minutes, maybe 10. Basically you have a period of time where the two sides cure. So they cure in 5 to 30 minutes is the directions say. But essentially once they're cured, they're kind of dry and to the touch, and then once you hammer them together, there's an adhesive bond. It wasn't that clean, the edges are frayed, but I'm just looking to put a top cover on this to see what it feels like underfoot, so I think this is gonna do the trick. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. Let me see if I can line this up, knock it down on there, and try and not screw it up too much. So that's it for today's vlog. Just a little DIY in the home office. Finished my sock liner, and with the perforated ETPU, gonna see how that feels. I found that this part was just as springy as the unperforated, so I went and perforated the whole thing. Obviously not very, you know, in a cohesive pattern. I tried my best, and then I put a top layer on of, you know, just some general fabric, some cotton fabric. And but one of the cool things that I was thinking about this, leveraging something like this, would be future down the road. If we're thinking about draining, or, you know, a shoe that can drain, so even building into the midsole, little channels where water could fully pass through, and then having a little, if you imagine, like one of the things I keep thinking of, and I've seen it in some shoes before, but almost like a water faucet, those little metal grates right under the faucet. Imagine if those were kind of channeled underneath where the water could pass all the way through the sock liner and the what's it, permeous? Could permeate all through the upper fabric, through the bottom, through the strobel board, onto the midsole, through the grate, and then perforate the outsole. So something I'm thinking about for a base trail version down the road. I know other companies have done it before, but it's just something I was looking into prototyping. So I've got a lot of ideas, and it all kind of starts with right here. We'll see if we can make it work, see what it feels like under the foot. But all in all, just a classy little situation for the DIY lab. Thank you so much for following the vlog this week. I hope you like what you see. I'm having a good time doing it. I'm supposed to say like the video and subscribe. I mentioned in the first video, I'm not reverse engineering the growing of the YouTube channel, and that's only partially true. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I would love to grow the channel. I think it would be a great outlet to share what we're doing here at Atreyu. So if you feel like it, like the video, because that helps with the algorithm apparently, and the subscribe so you can get updates down the road. I'd be super humbled because I'm having a good time doing this. 3 videos in and looking forward to the 4th. It's a whole new breath of fresh air for me to get back on camera, do these videos. If you have any feedback, drop them in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Thank you so much for following along. We will see you next week on episode 4.